Hey there, Star Wars fans. Welcome to another Rebel Watch Reviews. I'm Matt, and with me is Ez. How you doing?
Doing all right, buddy. Real pumped.
So, Battlefront 2 is here. Not the old Battlefront 2, but the new Battlefront 2. And we have some thoughts, some opinions, and some things to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and dump out our initial reactions to the game.
Okay. My initial reaction to the game,
Yeah,
I loved it.
I did too.
So I mean, I know you're gonna want to critique it here in a bit,
Yep.
but I loved it, and I want to go back and play the story mode again.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'll say this. So when essentially when EA bought Battlefront, or when they got the rights to produce the new Battlefront games from Disney, everybody was really excited because we were thinking back to the old Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 on the PS2, Xbox, GameCube kind of era.
Right.
And man, the old Battlefront 2 was great.
Mm-hmm.
And you had tons of heroes, tons of maps, space battles, galactic conquest. You had like a campaign story mode. It was great. And then 2015 came around, and Episode 7's coming out.
Right.
We're getting a new Battlefront, and it was a letdown, a major letdown, to say the least. So a lot of the problems with that game, EA promised to fix with this game, and I'll say a lot they got right. This time around. A lot of the problems with Battlefront 2015 was that it didn't have a lot of content when it first came out. You had a season pass, which was $60.
Yeah.
And a lot of that content wasn't even coming out for like a year.
right. Mm-hmm.
So there just wasn't a lot to the game. So this time around, Battlefront 1 was just the original trilogy.
Yeah. Right.
So
exactly.
this time around, EA said, we've heard you loud and clear. We're going to fix a lot of the stuff. And I will say, honestly, I know this game's getting blasted a lot. We'll get to that. I think they did a good job. First of all, the campaign. You and I have done a big hour-long discussion on the theories and stuff that goes with the campaign. And I liked it a lot.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The campaign, to me, feels like Star Wars.
Yes, it definitely does. Yeah.
I sometimes said when I watch Episode 7, sometimes it just doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. This felt more like Star Wars to me than Episode 7.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
I just don't describe it. I just liked it.
Right.
Also, the only downside I will say to the campaign. Mm-hmm. So the campaign's about 5 hours. It takes you through the role of Iden Versio from Inferno Squad. Which there's actually a book out, came out earlier this year, Battlefront 2 Inferno Squad, which is actually a pretty good book and an amazing ebook.
Yes.
Yes. But I do feel like you would get the story a little bit more if you'd read the book. Mm-hmm. I don't think you'd have to have read the book to play the campaign.
Yeah.
But I feel like to really get the campaign, you would have had to have read the book.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think to get the campaign,
to really kind of get it, because if you didn't, I feel like some of these moments are kind of short, and so
only thing that I think is that I think you don't get the full impact of it.
Right.
I still think you totally understand
what
it,
happens. Yeah.
Because I hate to feel like exclusive. I don't want to be one of those people who you have to read everything in the extended universe to be a true Star Wars fan and know what's going on. No, I mean they did set this up though. They've got Janina Gavankar reading the book. I mean, it's like it's sort of a big. They wanted it to feel, more, I don't know, personal, I guess.
Yep.
So, because it's hard, right? What they're doing is perspective from the Empire. So they set you up with the book to help you understand that perspective.
Yep.
Right. So I think that is true.
Yeah.
So
just go ahead and say the campaign, however, is great, and Battlefront 1, the newer Battlefront 1, was missing it, and so this, I feel, definitely now you have something other to play than just multiplayer. It's not just a multiplayer game. Mm-hmm. But now let's go ahead and get into the multiplayer.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I like it. I like that you have this. First of all, my favorite part of Battlefront 1 was the TIE Fighter X-Wing battles, the spaceship battles. And now they've drastically improved that. Now it's in space. There's more objectives to do. You get more hero ships.
Right.
Yeah. And so I feel like that's a big improvement.
The space battles?
Yeah, because there were only 2 or 3 maps in the last one. Now there's a lot.
Right.
And you get to do in space. You get to do there's prequel stuff in this and post and like new trilogy stuff.
Yep.
Which is great. Now when you get to the other like the bigger maps, we actually played a lot of if you pre-order the game, you got it a couple days earlier. Mm-hmm. So yesterday when the game came out, the Friday it came out for everybody, a lot more content was unlocked. Because when we were playing, I was like, where's Hoth? Now we can play Hoth.
Right.
Now we can play all this stuff. There's a lot of maps, so there's definitely a lot more content in this game than there was already than you would call vanilla Battlefront 1.
Yep.
Yeah, way more content. Graphically, I think the game looks a lot better. Not that the other game looked great, but there's just small details I notice now, like particle effects, like when you get shot at and stuff, your guy gets kind of scuffed up.
Yep, gets scuffed, yeah.
Which is really cool, and it's just noticeable.
Right.
The game feels like Star Wars.
Yeah.
To me.
Is it true that on, like, we talked about this PS Pro, or it's a little bit like the resolution's higher and
stuff?
Yeah,
if you get it on Xbox One X, if you get it on PS4, or you are part of the glorious PC Master Race, you can play it in all of its 4K gloriousness, and it looks utterly amazing. But I'll say even the standard PS4 edition looks really good to me.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll say that. Now let's dive into some of the negatives of this game. So keep in mind that a couple years ago, EA was rated by fans and by some industry people the worst company in America for a couple years in a row. Not the worst video game company.
Right.
The worst company.
Yeah.
In the game. And a lot of it has to do with their microtransactions, the way they do money, things like that. And unfortunately, this game kind of suffers from it.
Right.
For a company that used to say in all of its sports titles, it's in the game, it's kind of ironic that, I guess Darth Vader and a lot of these heroes are in the game.
Right.
If you're going to spend 100 hours playing it to unlock all the heroes, or unless you just want to spend more money to unlock them up front, or, as we get into something which Ez had said multiple times, I really hope we don't have to pay to win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what this game has a little bit.
Yeah, and I won't do it, to be honest with you. I will play the 100 hours and unlock them.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's the cards that make your character better, like more stamina regen, better weapons, things like that. Now, I have no problem in games where Say unlocking Darth Vader. How is Darth Vader or Palpatine not unlocked from the beginning of the game?
Yeah,
you can't. I mean, it's like it'd be one thing if it were like, okay, get 10 kills, do this, do that, okay. But it's the fact that people can just jump in, buy it, and then they're at an advantage to you because they decided to spend more money.
Yeah. Now the other day when I was playing, I mean, because I bought the deluxe edition.
As did I.
Did that come with?
We got some like character skins,
because
we got access. We got access before other people. That was about it.
Okay, so
we did not get like,
because there were a lot of heroes though open to me that I could play with if I got a certain amount of points in the game.
That's how it works. Yeah. So as you progress in the thing,
right,
you unlock heroes, and then you're able to.
So as I level up, then I mean, how do you unlock a hero though? So you have to level up.
So that goes in. The crates you get.
Yeah.
So you get those crates, and then you can get heroes in those.
Gotcha.
That's you get points in those, and then you can use those to go into the upgrade section, and then you can purchase.
See, I get credits. I keep getting credits.
You get credits, and then you can purchase heroes through those credits. So like Darth Vader, some of these other characters, you'll have to save up credits to unlock. Okay. And you get that through playing. So I will say EA has done a slightly good job in listening to fans, because originally it was going to be like 40,000 credits to unlock Darth Vader. They've since reduced it to 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 40,000 people broke it down, and it would have been somewhere around 60 hours just to unlock like one character, based upon the amount of time you would have to. You get about 300 credits ish from completing one thing of like Walker Assault or whatever it's called in this game.
Right.
So it would have and that takes about roughly a couple minutes. So it would have been like 60 hours to unlock like one character.
Yeah.
So EA has reduced it to 15,000, which still relates to about 10 to 15-ish. For that's like one character.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, if I don't want to do that, I can go purchase with my own money. those heroes.
Yeah, even though you already spent 60, well, we spent 80
Right.
by getting the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Dollars to get the game. Now remember, this is the same company that said, "Hey, we're not going to have a $60 season pass."
Yeah.
Yeah. And my thing about this game is I really like this game a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I think gameplay-wise, it's really good. Graphically, campaign.
Right.
But I'm just looking at some of the reviews here online, and people are just really dogging
tearing it up.
Yeah.
Well,
Which, yeah.
I mean, is it all basically because of this?
It's all microtransactions.
Well, and then here's a question to you, because we play a couple other different games together, and in those it's more you pay for cosmetic stuff, right? And so this is like to unlock big characters.
Content in the game.
Yeah. And that's, because like I would work my way to level up to get a certain gun or to get a certain thing, and I was like, I felt good because I did that, I completed the mission, But this is now, I got out my wallet.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like that.
Which is so disappointing because this game is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to give this game like a 9 out of 10 because I think it's that much better. What this game really shows, this game shows how bad Battlefront 1 was.
Yeah.
I think we were kind of like, okay, we gave it a pass because it was a Star Wars game and we liked it. And actually, in my Box Trick podcast, Thomas and I gave it our most disappointing game of the year. And then the following year, I gave it my most improved game because EA responded and they put out like a lot of free content, and that was great.
Right.
But this game, again, it's one thing if it's like those characters, they're not really in the game because you have to spend so long to get them.
Yeah. Can I also say, I believe in Star Wars terms, we would say that the company EA is a dark side company.
Absolutely.
They have chosen the quick and the easy path to they've given other players. I mean, so us on the light side, we're not going to spend the money to get those characters, but we know our dark side counterparts are going to.
Yeah.
And we're going to have an uphill battle.
Yeah.
So,
and I have no problem with microtransactions for cosmetic stuff. Hey, get this, or down the road, hey, we're going to put in some new characters, whatever, because that's extra work on the game. And I have no problem with that. I also have no problem with unlocking characters if it was a skill-based thing, like get 100 kills in a match of multiplayer. It might be hard, but that's what I have to do. I have no issue with that. But what it ends up doing is it just ends up burning you out because you're just constantly grinding and grinding and grinding for a character.
Yeah.
That you may not even get to use in a match multiplayer because you have to, get so many things to get that, which is disappointing. But all in all, I will still say I really like this game a lot. It just feels really good. Graphically, gameplay wise, again, I would still recommend this game.
Yeah.
But I would recommend you buying this game not at $60.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge slice. And again, this is not a slight on DICE, the developers.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally a slice on EA as a publisher.
Yeah.
So I would give this game a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah, I gave Battlefront 1 a 7 out of 10.
Wow, I thought you were going to give it a little.
I really thought I was going to give it a 9 because I really think the campaign's that good.
Yeah.
But the campaign is only 5 hours.
I actually thought you had marked Battlefront 1 lower, but that's cool. I mean, I didn't,
Yeah.
because I know that was a rough
Yeah.
go of it. I mean, for me, I guess I would have to say, because I'm so into canon and what happens and stuff like that, the story, I might just replay the story. I've been watching videos of people who have like uploaded the story and stuff,
Yeah.
So for me, that was huge. And if they can add on, do you think they're going to add on to this story?
Don't know.
Is there going to be an additional?
We don't know really.
We don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure they will.
I'll tell you what, if they
or not.
do, my 8 out of 10 will go to a 9
Yeah.
if they do. So, yeah.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, for me, just because I'm always more optimistic and just
Yeah, I am too. Again, I really like it.
Yeah.
If the campaign, if this were just a campaign game and the campaign was like 15 to 20 hours, totally different.
Yeah.
Because the campaign is kind of short, but it's great.
Yeah.
I just can't justify people spending $60
No.
or the 80 we spent
Right.
on it.
If that was just a campaign, no, they would have to do way more.
Yeah.
If it were just for sure. But they know this is really, you're gonna get the story, and then we're gonna be in multiplayer for months.
Yeah.
So
Well, all right, guys, that is our Battlefront 2 review. Let us know what you think. Have you spent hundreds of hours or hundreds of dollars unlocking characters?